I am seen at work as a very assertive and aggressive dude. And I seem to rub people the wrong way when they think I'm upset or frustrated at problems they present, which is rarely the case. I'm just so fired up. How do I work on my tact while still being assertive with my team?
You know what? I'm fired up too.
Sure.
How you like that?
Take it.
And when I was young, when I was young, sure, I rubbed some people the wrong way. I know that. Even when I was a young kid working on a construction site, guess what I was doing? Working too hard. Rubbing people the wrong way. Yeah. When I got to the team, there was a little crew of us that were too hardcore. We were too fired up. I would run the O course with a rucksack with a 40-pound sandbag in it. No one was doing that. Like, everyone does it now, but back then there was a small crew of us that were doing it, running with jungle boots all the time instead of in sneakers. And I literally got pulled aside by some of the old guys. And by old guys, I don't mean Nam. I mean old guys from wherever, from the 90s. Sure. Or the late 80s. And, I'd get hey, you just need to calm down, dude. Yeah. You don't need to do that. Yeah. And so, maybe I rubbed those guys a little bit the wrong way. Understandable. But when I got a little older and a little bit more mature, I got fired up to actually do a good job as a leader, to actually build relationships with my platoon mates. And I got fired up for people to, instead of thinking that I was upset or frustrated, what I was fired up is I wanted people to think that I was calm and cool and collected. Right? So how's that for totally different? It's like when we say default aggressive. Yeah. And I always say, hey, you're not being aggressive. This isn't being aggressive towards your people. It's not yelling. It's being aggressive towards your mission. I'm aggressive towards making people think that I'm not upset. And that no matter what's going on, that they just go, man, Jocko's, he's not going to lose his temper. He's super level-headed. Yeah. Right? Uh-huh. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean that I was passive. Sure. That doesn't mean that I wasn't assertive. It means that I was aggressive and assertive, but I did it with tact. And instead of coming at people straight on, I flanked them. I listened to their little ideas, or I made their ideas come from me, but they didn't know it. I listened to their solutions. I helped and supported. Well, you go so far just by helping people out and helping them with their idea instead of trying to control them and make everything your idea. So that's my advice here. Relax. Calm down, focus, get fired up, get aggressive about being tactful, get aggressive about working with people, get aggressive about showing your calmness. That's what you get aggressive about. Yeah. Don't get assertive, aggressive, and create antagonistic relationships across your company. Yeah. Check?
Yeah. Sounds good. He said he gets, or they think he gets upset or frustrated at problems that they present. Yeah. Which is rarely the case, he said. He said, I'm just fired up. So it seems like, and I'm no expert, but I'm trying to put myself in this position where, like, I think maybe like it's just a presentation thing. Like his
definitely is a presentation thing.
Is aggressive. Like, he's saying he's not even getting frustrated.
No. I'm getting frustrated with him for acting this way.
Yeah, no, aggressive like sure. A mindset. It's not like necessarily
it's definitely a presentation thing, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But so that means you say, okay, I'm presenting the wrong thing. Yeah. I will fix what I'm presenting.
Yeah. Do you think? Actually, I think you do think this. Or know this or whatever. You know how people they'll get nuts or whatever. They'll be aggressive. They get fired up, right? And whether it be they'll lose their temper or they'll behave in a way that's aggressive towards people. And their justification is, not to say that this guy does this, I don't know, but I'm just saying their justification is, I'm just passionate about it. I'm just whatever, Yeah. Is that's just a justification, right?
It is.
Because like if at the end of the day,
it's a justification. It is also a reality. So think about it from the other perspective. If you're dealing with someone, if you have someone on your team that gets that they're passionate about something, and it can be problematic if they don't learn to control their passions, right? Because they just get, hey, we're gonna make this happen, and they make bad decisions because they're so passionate about making something happen that they're not doing something logical. So yes, you could say it's just an excuse and there's no such thing as a passionate person, but that actually wouldn't be true. It's not an excuse, it's a real thing. Now, if you are aware of that, then why do you keep acting that way? You got to put your passions into check. That's what you got to do.
100%. Yeah. And I meant more like it's an excuse for their behavior. Like to me, Personally, I think that being passionate about something that you're into is good, way beneficial.
Of course.
But again, you know how to say, like, there's a difference between what you feel and how you behave, So if you're super passionate about something, it doesn't justify like all this irrational or emotional or like loss of temper situation behavior. You see what I'm saying? So, be passionate, but don't behave in some crazy off the handle way.
Agree.
So I think that they use their passion as an excuse for their behavior.
I just got a quick temper, man.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you can act like an idiot.
Well, that's worse. That's
but it's the same.
Double.
It's the same thing.
Deal. Yeah.
Same thing.
Exactly right. Yeah. That's just how I am. I'm unique in that way.